May less than $1,000 ka ba at gusto mo mag-start ng negosyo? Very good. Kasi dito naman talaga nagsisimula ang mga real entrepreneurs. Hindi naman talaga tayo nagsisimula na may kapital, na mas marami na tayong success. Kaya nga starting point, di ba? Pero ito ang good news ko, guys. This is the best time for you to actually try something new. Bakit ka mo? Kasi there's nothing else to lose, right? Dito kayo pwede mag-all in, mag-trial and error until you find something that works. Pero may isang catch lang, guys, okay? Kasi nga, time is equals to money. And dahil nga ang starting point is we don't have a whole ton of money, so we're gonna need to learn how to sacrifice our time or how to trade our time for it, at least at the beginning. So marami tayong time na kailangang i-pour in dito sa negosyo na to, especially if we only have less than $1,000 of capital to begin with. Ngayon, ang tanong niyan, okay ba kayo dun sa konsepto na yon? Okay ba kayong mag-late nights? Okay ba kayong no more weekends, no more partying, no more whatever you wanna do on your free time? Kasi dun nyo nga ibubuhos dito sa sisimulan yung negosyo. Kasi ako na nagsasabi sa inyo, kapag seryoso ka and you really want to take your $1,000 to the next level and stretch it far out na pwede ka nang magnegosyo at iwan yung trabaho mo, makinig ka sa video na to. Stick until the end kasi I'm gonna show you the blueprint kung ano yung step-by-step na pwede mong gawin para mapaikot mo yung pera na yon. And real talk lang, guys, this episode right here might give you some of the best advices. Not just advice, but practical advices I even implemented in my own life and business para matuto kayo on how you can do the same for you. So guys, naalala ko nung una akong nagnegosyo, this was about 4 to 5 years ago. Wala rin naman ako masyadong savings noon, tapos personal line of credits. Ganun din yung mga kapartner ko. So it's not like we started with a lot of capital. Now, hindi rin naman madali yung ginawa namin, but yun talaga yung pagsisimula eh. That's what it looks like at the beginning. There's so many things na hindi mo malalaman. And even with a little capital, as long as na alam mo paikutin, talagang may mararating yung pera mo. Pero sabi ko nga, knowing what I know now, there are a lot of things that I would do a lot different. So if I were to restart all over, ito yung mga bagay na iibahin ko right at the beginning. So sa video na to, guys, I will give you 3 powerful steps, like blueprint, okay, on how you can launch your business with less than $1,000 capital, even if you have little to no experience. And this is based on what I did, my personal experiences, and what I believe still works in 2025. Let's go. So ang unang step, guys, is naniniwala pa rin ako that the number 1 skill that you must learn if you want to launch your business and make money in a short period of time is sales. Personally, guys, if you're not selling, I don't think that you have a business. So now it begs the question, ano ba yung dapat nating ibenta? You know, guys, sa pagbebenta, meron talagang 2 uri ng pathway that you can walk on based on your goals, based on different factors that we're gonna talk about throughout this video. So the very first kind I want to talk about is what you call buying and selling. So ito yung pinaka-straightforward, and I feel na kapag ikaw nagnenegosyo ka tapos parang gusto mo agad magbenta, I feel this is where majority of people start. So ang concept nito is yung bibili ka ng item, product, or whatever you want to sell at a low cost. Syempre, kailangan mong i-bargain. If you have to buy it in bulk, then sabihin bultuhan, then do it. And then ang mangyayari is i-repackage mo siya, lalagyan mo ng branding, marketing, or maybe papataasin mo yung value. Tapos ang gagawin mo is ilalagay mo na siya sa merkato and bibigyan mo siya ng mas mataas na presyo. And depending on the demand, right? If people want to buy your item, because now you make it something a lot different, right? With high value, high quality, however you enhance it, right? That's how you can make your profit. Now, yung profit na tinatawag, I'll just give you some numbers. Let's say, bumili ka ng item at $10 worth of price tag. Tapos, ang ginawa mo, in-elevate mo siya, ni-repackage mo, ni-branding mo. Tapos, dinala mo siya sa market and you sell it for $20. Again, as long as people are willing to pay higher prices, You buy it at 10, you sell it at 20, then $10 is yung profit margin na tinatawag mo. So sa madaling salita, the lower that you buy your products and the higher that you can sell it for, right, after mong gawin lahat ng value add mo, then the wider margin for profit that you can get. Now, also buying and selling, hindi lang to para sa mga tangible products. It can also include services. Naalala ko yung unang business ko rin, yung home care business. This is a similar type of buying and selling. Hindi man item yung binibenta namin, it's a service. So what we would do is we would hire people and we would pay them depending on their skill set sa mas mababang presyo. Now, bakit mababa? Because that's all they've got, the skill set. They don't have the client. They don't have anything to bridge the gap from their skill set to the end users, which are the clients. So kami yung nagpo-provide sa kanila nun. Sabihin, i-hire namin sila, bibigyan namin sila according to their skill set, pero dahil kami yung nagba-branding, nagma-marketing, we get the clients, we generate leads, right? Sila, i-assign na lang sa sama client. That's the reason why we can actually sell the services to clients at a higher price. Kasi hindi lang naman service yung nakukuha nila from our caregivers, from our staff, nakukuha din nila yung full suite of support from us, documentation, anything that makes their life easy. Kasi gano'n naman sa buying and selling is you buy a product that really doesn't do anything on its own, you repackage it, you brand it, you add value to it so then you can sell it at a higher price. That's the concept, guys. Very straightforward. So another example nito is real estate, right? Ginawa ko din to. Bibili kami ng mga property at a lower price. Tapos, papasok kami, we do value add, itataas namin yung rent, i-renovate namin, anything that can elevate the price of the real estate. So then, when we refinance it, right, when we remortgage it, dadalhin agad namin sa bangko, tapos sasabihin namin, okay, we bought it at this price, let's say 300,000, but now it's worth 400,000 dahil nga dun sa lift na tinatawag or value add na dinala nyo nung binili mo yung property. Eh, kung ikaw real estate investor, dapat alam mo to kasi this is how you make profits on this type of rental properties. So depending on your goal, if you want to remortgage, you want to sell it back to the market, ang concept is you create as much margin as you can para magkaroon ka ng tubo. Now, here's my take on this type of selling, guys, yung honest truth. Dahil feeling ko dito yung nagsisimula yung maraming tao when they start doing business. Pero ito yung personal belief ko dito. Mas mahirap tong selling na to. Bakit kamo? Kasi nga, you only have $1,000 capital. Think about it. Kung meron ka lang 1,000, tapos hindi mo naman alam yung produkto mo, you don't know how to do research, wala kang mentor, you don't know the logistics, you don't even know what you're supposed to do, the $1,000 is ina-allocate mo lang talaga pambili ng mga products mo, then you're setting yourself up for failure. You see, kapag ito yung route na tinake mo, I believe na yung $1,000 mo, that should go to your personal learning, to hiring a mentor, or maybe buying yourself into a course. Kasi dun mo palang malalaman para hindi ka matalo, hindi mo mabili yung wrong product, tapos alam mo kung ano yung gagawin mo para mapaikot yung pera. So if you only have less than $1,000, I would not recommend starting buying and selling. Kasi nga, tuition fee mo lang yun para sa magiging mentor or course on how to do the actual thing. And hindi lang yun, depending on the risk that you take, right? Can you imagine sa real estate, you can't really do $1,000. You can't even do $10,000 kasi nga, tuition fee mo lang yon para malaman mo yung logistics, yung research, the work that is involved para hindi matalo yung puhunan mo kasi nga wala kang alam. Now, hindi ko naman nila lahat. Syempre, meron pa rin mga tao na parang nagbenta lang ng ganito, but because they do it long enough and they are willing to fail and get back up and maybe fail another time and then over and over again until they find something that works, then it would eventually pay off. Hindi ko lang talaga siya nire-recommend if you only have limited amount of capital tapos gusto mong makakita ng result in a short period of time. Now, in my opinion, kung meron ka ng experience sa selling, then this is something that you can really thrive kasi nga you know exactly what you want, right? Or you know exactly what people need. You go out and do your research. You research your competitors. Ito, nag-charge ng ganito. Ito naman, nag-charge nag-charge ng ganito. So then you can use those data para ma-position mo yung pricing mo just enough for people to buy your product. Right? That's not only that. When they buy your product, paano mo na ngayon ipapaikutin yung pera mo? When is the best time for you to introduce new products? Or when is the best time for you to scale? So yun na yung mga next few steps na kailangan mong malaman para tuloy-tuloy yung progress mo. Now, the next type of selling is actually my favorite kasi I wish this was something that I found out sooner. Pero nung nakita ko tong opportunity na to or na-realize ko that this is the type of selling that every beginner, if you wanted just to throw yourself out there and if you want to make a mess and learn by actually doing things, dito ka dapat nagsisimula. And this is selling other people's product. Kung sa buying and selling, you are in charge of product development, right? Let's say $1,000 lang yung capital mo pero you are in charge with developing the product, researching, logistics, inventory, right? The nitty-gritty of your products. Dito, sa second type of selling, you don't have to worry any of that. Kasi quite frankly, wala ka rin namang knowledge about those. I'll give you an example. Kunyari sa negosyo ko, I'm in a financial service business, right? So I partner up with insurance companies, investment companies that like literally have been around for more than 50, 100 years old. Right? So if you talk about product development, these companies have established their products. Meron ng brand recognition, meron ng marketing that has been established around it. Ang gagawin mo na lang is makikipag-partner ka sa mga company na to at dadali mo yung produkto nila sa market and you now position yourself, not the product, but yourself. You do your own branding, your marketing, and then the way you treat your clients, right, or your customers, whatever product you're bringing into the market, ikaw na yung magpapataas ng value ng product na yun so then they can buy you. The reason why I love this, guys, kasi let's be real. If you have $1,000 capital and you don't have mentorship, you don't have previous experience, partnering up with a company with such an amazing track record and usually they come with mentorship. Katulad na again nung business na to. Nag-hire kami ng mga brand new agents, licensed or unlicensed. We take them under our wing tapos we teach them everything that they need to know. Bakit kamo? Kasi nga yun yung part nung value add namin sa kanila. That's how they can take these products to the market and actually solve people's problem with it. Mabalik tayo sa product development. I don't have to invent insurance products or debt solutions or investment products for my clients that honestly, they're never gonna trust me if I launch something that I was just doing for a week. Diba? Nasa ng brand recognition, ang trust, reputation, especially if people talk about their money, right? They want something solid, established, and that is the reason why partnering up with a company or companies that have amazing track records is the way to go. Ano pa yung ibang industry? Real estate industry does it too. Yung mga realtors natin, right? They partner up with companies and brokerages that allows them to give value add. Again, nakakapag-market sila, nabibigyan sila ng training. Imagine mo yun, guys, hindi mo na kailangan gamitin yung $1,000 mo para mag-hire ng sarili mong mentor. Hindi mo na kailangan gamitin yung $1,000 mo para matutunan yung marketing because they will provide trainings on those kasi nga yun yung value add so then you can go off on your own in the market and sell those products kasi nga they have vested interest in you. Kaya ito yung pinakamadaling route if you have little capital kasi nga there's already a product available and bonus pa pag ang product na sinesell mo is yung mga brand recognition. I'll give you example, right? Rogers, Telus, yung mga mobile companies. These companies are big but what they want is in order to further their reach, they partner up with distributors. Same if you are partnered with a company that sells solar panels, right? Meron ng product, hindi ka na mag-worry din sa product development. All you need to do is use that $1,000. Gagamitin mo yung $1,000 for what kind of things? Maybe get a license, depending on the requirement that you need para mabenta yung product na yon. Maybe to get you started with your marketing, right? Pwede kang mag-aral ng mga short courses for marketing or how you position your products. Honestly, those are the two major things that I find. Kasi may mga industry na naman na you don't really need license, like solar panels and mobile companies, right? Kasi they just sell you bundles and plans. You just need to know kung ano yung mga product features ng binibenta mo. Personally, sa financial service business, all you need to do is to get your license. So use that $1,000, and it's not gonna be $1,000. It's a lot less than that, guys. That's why nung nakita ko nga yung business na to, it was really amazing. Like, I was mind blown na parang, oh my goodness, I cannot imagine that this is how much money I needed to put into this business. But because I'm willing to sacrifice my time to make it work, right? To learn marketing, yung margin mo talaga, yung profit mo for when you start selling the products that other companies, yung mga partners mo, na sila na yung nag-develop, for me, that is the best business model. Ano pa yung ibang industry na example? So, mortgage broker, right? They partner up with lenders and banks, right? In order to get their products, their lending solutions to the end users, which are people who are buying homes. Sila yung magiging middleman. Nakita nyo, this is really how you can stretch out yung little capital mo to get you to the bare minimum of the requirement, and then from then on, pwede mo nang gamitin yung time mo to learn the skill set, to actually do repetition until you master the skills that will in turn give you profits by selling those products. So recap tayo, this second type of selling, this is my recommendation kapag 1,000 lang ang meron ka at gusto mo na mag-start ng business. Kasi number one, low risk. Bakit? Kasi nga we're talking about $1,000 here, right? Kung malulus mo yung $1,000, the worst thing that can happen is what? Hindi mo mabenta yung product ng partner mo. Let's say in our business, you don't really feel until you quit. Bakit? Kasi yung 1,000 nga ginamit mo pang lisensya mo, unless you quit on trying to actually sell product, doon ka lang naman maglulose. Doon mo lang naman talaga mawawaste yung license mo. Let's say nag-try ka for like 3 to 6 months, hindi ka nakabenta. The worst case scenario is wala. Wala ka nang malulus na pera. You just have your license, and again, keep trying until you make a sale. That is the worst case scenario. Best case scenario is you actually use the time that you're sacrificing to master the skill set and make your 6 figures in your first year. That is the best case scenario. Ano pa, bakit low risk? Kasi nga hindi mo na kailangan magbayad ng mentorship, hindi mo na kailangan magbayad ng mga extra trainings, pati mga product trainings ng mga providers, they will give it to you for free. How insane is that? You see, on the buying and selling e-com route, you do that all. From product development to product positioning, all the way to checkout, ikaw ang responsible dun. So another reason why it's low risk, because of instant credibility, brand recognition. Yung product, especially if you have strong product partners like solar panels, banking, lending, real estate, finance, insurance, investment, depending on what type of product you're selling, there is a brand recognition. Ito yung mga companies na they have their own compliance, legal, they have their own logistics, they know how it works. So you don't have to worry about them. You can focus on what matters, which is solving people's problem, which in turn becomes a sale for you. So another big advantage na nakikita ko sa type of selling na to is it's a commission-based structure. Kasi maraming tao hindi sila educated sa commission-based. Pero one of the major advantages of this pay structure is the ability na pwede mong ma-write off yung taxes mo. Kasi nga, you're considered self-employed, right? This is a self-employment income. Iniwan mo na yung employment income world mo na sobrang taas ng taxes, income is capped. Dito ka na talaga pwede magkaroon ng uncapped income potential while you're able to implement some tax strategy as well. Okay, so ngayon guys, alam nyo na yung 2 different types of selling, okay? Again, my recommendation is if you know nothing about selling at sisimulan nyo pa lang yung unang negosyo nyo at meron lang kayong $1,000 or less, wala kayong mentor, wala kayong training, you're going straight from the job side, you're going straight from the employment world, that is okay. But I would recommend you guys to start selling other people's products so you can focus on mastering your skill set first bago kayo mag-invent or mag-come up ng original product nyo na ibebenta. Okay guys, so now alam nyo na yung dapat nyong ibenta. Dito na tayo sa mas mahalaga. Second step na tayo. learn how to sell the product. Guys, lagi ko sinasabi, even in my own agency, it's not the product that sells. It's actually how you sell it. Most people, they get stuck kasi akala nila kaya hindi nagte-take off yung negosyo nila is because of the product that they're selling. Ang ginagawa nila, trial and error, trial and error. Next thing they know, ubus na yung capital nilang $1,000. They repeat the same 6 months every time na nagsisimula sila kasi nga they never stick to one product kasi akala nila yun yung problema. When all along ang problema nila is they don't know how to sell it. Ang selling, guys, I'd like to think of it as change, right? The reason why we're able to sell to the end users, clients, customer, whoever you have is because you're trying to change the situation. Hindi ka naman bibili ng vacuum kung wala kang concern na madumi ang floor mo. Hindi ka naman bibili ng payong kung ayaw mong mabasa sa ulan. So nakikita mo, ang selling is actually trying to find your client's pain points, 'di ba? Kung ano yung problema nila, and it's up to you how to position your product, 'di ba, as a solution to their problem. Ang problema kasi sa atin is maraming tao na nasanay sila dun sa boiler room type of selling o yung mga high pressure tactic selling na tinatawag, dinadaan sa relationship, dinadaan sa pagkapamilya. So nagkaroon ng negative connotation yung selling. Pero ako naniniwala ko that the best sales people are the ones least feel like they're selling during a transaction. Bakit kamo? Kasi it just feels that we're helping other people. And then kung ano yung mag-come out dun sa pagtulong natin sa kanya, may it be a product or a service, then that's where the selling comes in. Pero hindi kasi yun yung first step. That is an outcome. That is only the result. If you know how to help your client, if you know how to identify their problems, you can sell anything you want. And isa pa sa pagbebenta, it's not always the price. And I always tell this, price only becomes an issue in the absence of value. Everybody thinks na ayoko niyan kasi mahal yan, hindi ko mabebenta yan. But clearly, if you have so much value to offer and it will solve your client's problem, personally, ako, it's not even about the money. Will you make my life easier? Will you solve this particular problem that I've been trying to solve for years? Kung nagbebenta ka ng supplement or weight loss product at gusto ko mag-lose ng weight for many years and I did everything I could, nag-gym ako, nag-diet ako, nag-calorie deficit ako, well, chances are I'm gonna try your product, and if it solves my problem, if I see progress and I'm actually losing weight, well, guess what? I'm buying more. So nakita nyo yun, guys, it's not what you sell. It's how you sell it, how you position it as a solution to your client's problem. Kasi nga, selling is not just an act of selling. Hindi lang to yung, sige, bentahan kita kasi kilala kita or friend kita, kailangan mo akong supportahan. We've had it all wrong in our head. If that's how you're selling, that's the reason why you're not able to sell. Okay, guys, nasa third step na tayo. Itong third step na to, kapag na-master nyo yung product development, or if you're going that route, or if you decide to partner up with someone who already has a product, tapos na-nail down nyo kung ano yung ibebenta nyo, tapos na-develop nyo yung skill set nyo on how to properly sell it in a way that will benefit your end users, your client, your customers. Itong third step na to, guys, is this will take your business as a side hustle to a full-blown six-figure business that you can run. And then from then, you can leave your job and actually transition to this business. Ito na yung step 3. Learn to sell at a scale, aka marketing. All right? So, yung step 2, guys, when you know how to sell, it's a one-to-one thing, right? Syempre, dyan mo malalaman yung rapport building, dyan mo malalaman yung psychology, what drives people to buy, right? You're gonna actually increase your confidence. So, things like that. But it's done on a one-to-one basis. Yan ang step 2. Step 3, guys, when you learn the psychology of selling in step 2 and actually find a way to market it so you can now sell at a scale, meaning to say, pwede mo nang i-distribute yung sarili mo in 10 different platforms depending on your strategy when it comes to marketing, but you are now attracting many more people at one given point of time. Kaya ako, naniniwala ako na selling and marketing, it's not really a separate thing. It goes hand on hand. Kung ako tatanungin nyo, nag-overlap yung step 2, step 3 ko. Kasi nga, hindi ko naman talaga na-master yung step 2 fully, but because I started marketing myself myself, it helped with my confidence as if I was also mastering step 2. So nakita nyo, nag-overlap siya. Pero kailangan nyong pag-aralan ang marketing. If you don't know how to market your business personally, if you're not on social media, if you're not building your online presence, your business might not as well exist. Kasi ito na yung future eh. If you refuse this concept, it's like refusing internet back in 2000. So kayo yung self-employed or brick or mortar or broker na gusto nyo traditional way pa rin, nothing is wrong with that. But I'm telling you, with our modern era and where our economy is headed, with the world of AI, everything is digitally, you are bound to be obsolete kung hindi mo malalaman itong mga bagay na to ngayon. And ultimately, guys, if you don't know how to market yourself, you're gonna be stuck in step 2 at mapapagod kayong magbenta. Imagine niyo nagbebenta kayo for 10 years, 20 years, you keep chasing people and stuff like that kasi you never learn how to attract people to you, dun kayo mai-stuck. Alright guys, that is it. Medyo napahaba tong episode na to kasi nga tactical yung diniscuss natin. Pero I wish you all the best kung ano man yung negosyo na sisimulan nyo. You can do it as long as you stick to the plan, okay? Only choose one industry, using one plan, and do it for 1 year at the bare minimum. Huwag kayong jump from one place to another kasi hindi ganon na de-develop ang success. And personally guys, you know this, I have an amazing financial team kung gusto nyong pasukin ang financial industry. We'd love to start conversation with you if you want to help people, if you want to make great impact, and most of all, if you want to make great income and legacy for your family. PM niya lang ako and we'll be happy to mentor you. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next episode.